Hi, everyone. Entrepreneurs have to be financially literate. The days of hiring an accountant and letting them handle everything are over. The accounting industry has changed. Wall Street discovered Main Street, meaning that for the past few years, we've been watching, big equity firms run around and gobble up all the CPA partnerships. Now, what that does is that changes the focus of the industry. Accounting has always been based on client relationships, reputation, and strong, financial principles. Um, but now we're seeing a switch of the focus to, increasing revenue streams and cutting costs, because the shareholders have to have their share too, of course. Um, so, like when I was coming up, we took great pride in being able to say that we were balanced down to a penny. Whereas I recently spoke to a CPA who told me that they don't even do proper bank reconciliations anymore. It's just too much work. If they get to the bottom of a bank rec and it's not balanced, they just do an adjusting, journal entry and move on. I was speaking to another CPA who told me flat out that his staff would never know the difference between a direct cost and a general supply. And I was, sort of dumbfounded because I didn't understand why. Like, isn't that your job to train them? But the reality is that it isn't. These are people, he's working with people on the other end of the world, have been hired strictly to push numbers through. There's no budget for training. So, what does that mean for you as a client? So, for you as a client, what that means is your file's really not going to get the same amount of time that it probably used to, and your rep at the firm is, is pretty busy and doesn't have time to do a lot of double checking of things. There is always the possibility that, something could be missed, for a while, like, and there could be, a buildup of a problem that, there's always the potential that, it's your tax man who catches it, or perhaps, your loan manager that catches it. So to protect yourself as a client, what you need to do is you need to be able to read your numbers. Now, this doesn't mean, that you need to go out and get an accounting degree, but it does mean that you need to be able to read your big three reports, and that's your balance sheet, your profit and loss, and your cash flow statement. And fortunately for you, because I'm just such a fabulous person, I have just uploaded an instructional video on that exact topic, on reading your big three reports. So head over there, gain some knowledge and start putting that knowledge into place this week. I want you, every single week to spend at least an hour going over your reports, line by line, do a year over year comparison, do a month over month comparison, check to see if there's any anomalies, anything standing out. And if there are, then go talk to your accountant and, see if you can find out why. They will answer your questions if you ask. It's just they're busy, so they can't, get out of their way, to build that relationship with you, right? But if you're the squeaky wheel, they're going to answer you and they are going to help you out, right? So go ahead, be the squeaky wheel, get the answers and make sure your numbers are correct. But make sure they're correct because you know them, because you are the one who should know your numbers better than anyone. And I can swear to you, if you start implementing this, you will be making better decisions when it comes to employees, to, purchasing, to inventory levels, and you will find opportunities that you would have missed otherwise. All right. This is just good business sense. So now, if you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out at any time. I'm always around, always free to, have a little chit chat. And other than that, thank you for watching and have a great day. 616 Executive, consultancy for the unique. Be a rebel, be an entrepreneur.